Hey guys, Bermrad here. Recently I played some Arma 3 Wasteland and I had so much fun. Fortunately, I had my recording software running so I could record my game and I will now share it with you. Many of you might know what Arma 3 Wasteland is already, but I will take a couple of seconds to explain what it is anyway. Wasteland is a game mode in Arma much like that of DayZ, minus the zombies, which were more annoying than scary anyways. The object is simply to survive. This can be done solo or with a team. As of now, there are 3 separate teams in Wasteland. Basically, what the guy is saying is that Wasteland is pretty much DayZ, but it's team-oriented instead. Where in DayZ there are no real enemies, every player is neutral and it's up to you to decide if you want to make friends with them or treat them as enemies. Well, in Wasteland, you both have real teammates and real enemies. If you decide to join either Blue 4 or Op 4, that is. Now, you also get the option to join as independent, which makes every other player an enemy. I, for one, like to play as a team and work together and all that, but while recording the game footage, it was pretty late and I did not want to wake the whole apartment building, so I simply joined as independent for some quick action. Well, here I am as a fresh spawn that just spawned in Camino firing range, which is situated way to the east on the Stratis map. It all begins with me running towards the lighthouse up the hill when I stumble upon 2 enemies by the ATM. I managed to take out one of them quick and easy, as you should see here, possibly with 2 headshots and a couple of body shots depending on where the bullets hit. It's actually hard to tell. His friend obviously had no idea where the bullets came from, so he decided to hide behind this little building here. Might have hit a few shots, but I think most of the shots hit the backpack or something. Well, he still had no clue where I shoot from, so he ran around for a little bit, and that's where I decided to take cover behind these rocks, while still able to see where he is at. Now, this goes on for a while, until he decides to move. I thought he was gonna push up since he had a rough idea of where I was, but he actually decided to go in this tower here. Well, not sure if that's the smartest move or not, because he's basically trapped in there now. Well, I sit there for a while, but I later decide to push up to him instead, because I'm simply a fresh spawn. I got nothing to lose here, guys. You spawn in with a pistol every time, and this guy seems to be pretty geared, so I have way more to gain than them killing me. Now, I managed to get at least 1 hit here, as you can see his character jumping a bit, but to my big surprise, I only had 1 mag left with 1 single bullet in it, so I decide, well, this is it. My plan is to push up and end it with a killing blow. Even though I do hit him in the chest, he's still alive and well. So I decide to give up and simply run away. When this happens, I stumble upon a dead body that had a SMG with a full mag in it. And I return to give it one last try to kill this tower guy. Once again, I clearly hit him, but he will simply not give up on his life. But with only half a mag left, I finally get the kill, and I end up using all the bullets I had left. So that was lucky. So after that extremely fortunate firefight that had my heart pumping so fast, I mainly searched for in-game cash here, because that's the main reason to situate yourself by the ATM, right? Well, turns out that these guys did not carry any money whatsoever. I do have the option to pick up this dude's sniper, but at that moment I decided not to pick it up because, well, basically after the fight I was so shaky and I felt extremely exposed in this open area, so I decided to stick with my Sting, that of course had no ammo in it. Stupid decision not to pick up the sniper, I know. So I leave the area with my brand new backpack and a new handgun with about 12 bullets or so, and everything is cool until I accidentally find a spawn beacon hidden inside one of these rocks. Now, spawn beacons are usually really expensive, so I decide to steal it from whoever placed that beacon. I successfully steal it and decide to move up north for a place to safely place the spawn beacon I stole. After I placed my spawn beacon, I heard 4 or 5 explosions coming from the south, which is where I just came from. So I go back and I find 3 parachuters that just spawn in, using the spawn beacons of course. I try to figure out where they're heading here, and it turns out that I completely missed the fact that there is a vehicle store down the beach that I just ran by without noticing. So here I pretty much decide that the rest of my gameplay will only have one main mission: to wipe out all the beacons to create some havoc and disable the enemies from spawning in. So after a while of sneaking closer, I find the sniper guy that I spotted with my rangefinder before. I had no intentions to kill him at that moment because I did not know for sure if he spawned in with the rest of his team or if he just ran there by himself. Anyway, I wanted to stay low and not cause any unnecessary attention. Even though I could potentially mess up his day a little, I let him run free. Now, he also gave me a good laugh because apparently his car was locked and he tried to shoot the door open with his gun or something. The sniper guy drives off and I climb down the cliff so I can get a better view of the area. It's becoming more and more obvious here to me that this place is some kind of hotspot for the server at this moment. So my mission of disrupting the enemy becomes even more clear now that I realize that this is some kind of base for the enemies. Even if they intended that or not, in my eyes it's a base acting as a gathering point while they hold a very important key point on the map. So I will hereby do everything in my power to mess with the enemies a little bit. Now, these 2 guys in the vehicle store, they buy 2 helicopters, one each basically. I only noticed one at first, but anyway, one of the guys get into his helicopter and he just sits there for like 10 minutes, not even kidding. He just sits here for so long, begging to get killed because he is situated right in the open. Now, I have no idea what they were thinking here, but I made up a little plan in my head of how to deal with them. Unfortunately, it did not play out as smooth as I planned it. Wow, I had no idea you could throw grenades that far in this game. Not sure if the server ran some kind of mod or something, well, whatever. It probably gave them a good scare anyway. After the hell guys take off, I do a quick sweep of the area trying to find some money or gear. Well, I didn't find anything except 5k on that crashing hell guy we saw before. And that was pretty much it. So, after a minute of running around with nothing happening, I find this guy parachuting down, and I decide that it's best to end his life because he might have spotted me from above, so he's basically a threat to me right now. Easy peasy, nothing to brag about really. He was lying down and everything from the parachute, animation, landing thing, whatever. As I try to run around the corner here, I get ambushed. Now, I did not see this guy until I edited this video and checked the footage, but I gave it my best shot to fight back. Once again I completely ran out of ammo, but this time I could not find any other way to fight back, so it was time to retreat. Now as I retreat, my brain decides to temporarily work as it gives me this crazy idea. Even though it might not appear that a lot of time has passed, it's actually been almost 1.5 hours in real life, and the sniper is still there. I had tons of ammo for this beast, so picking it up would have been the best decision from the beginning. But everything played out nicely so far, so I'm happy, and I forgive myself for being a horrible gamer. Now, as I run towards the vehicle store, a heavy armored boat passes containing 2 Blueform members, so I could only guess that they were heading to the vehicle store. Well, nothing else worth mentioning here. They pass by without seeing me, and I continue running back towards the vehicle store. As I climb up these cliffs, though, I notice another spawn beacon, so I steal it. I swim towards a small island with a huge cliff, and I find that to be a good spot to place my beacon, just in case I die and want to, well, avenge myself or something. I climb up the cliffs and I see that both guys did in fact swing by the vehicle store. So I play Scuba Steve for a while and swim across to gain a better view of the store. The boat guys were probably long gone because I could not see them in the next couple of minutes. I could only find a couple of fresh spawns, one of which I killed pretty easily. I did have some sway struggle with the other guy, however. My sniper was practically impossible to hold still while standing up, so I catch my breath and give it a shot that failed to hit, and the guy takes off. I also find these 2 guys in the area, which I managed to end pretty quickly. You never want to stay in the same spot for too long. I decide to head up north to the gun store, which is pretty nearby, since I thought it would create a more interesting scenario than killing the endless wave of paradroppers. On my way there, I came across this terribly hidden beacon on my way up north, and it had a vehicle parked next to it, so I thought I'd do one last heist and remove this one because it seemed important for someone since they created a mini base around it. Well, whatever, in the next clip I just want to show you the whole thing because it's so amazing. Yeah, that's where my quest ends, sadly. I had the option to spawn back in, potentially retrieving my sniper and avenging myself, but I pretty much admitted myself defeated at this point, and I think I caused enough havoc already. I can only guess so since the guys who killed me was kinda, well, angry about it. Their response restored my faith in humanity.
I don't know what you're saying, dude.
Stop speaking towelhead, faggot.
You have the worst English I've seen in my entire life.
How does your desert cave even get Wi-Fi?
You have the worst English I've seen in my entire life.
Stop speaking towelhead, faggot. How does your desert cave even get Wi-Fi?
The worst English.
Faggot.
Anyway guys, I hope you liked the video. I enjoyed making this one and will hopefully enjoy making more videos in the future. Every single view, like, and subscriber helps to motivate us at Horrible Gamers. So like this video if you did, and if you didn't, then go ahead and leave a dislike. And most of all, thank you for watching.